Howdy. Keith Stamball at the School of Woodlore and Common Sense. Well, you've heard me talking about getting RWSs, and I kind of got sidetracked with my hot signs, which are good weapons. I finally found a good deal through through Air Guns of Arizona, and picked up RWS Model 48. And this rifle's been around for a while. At least the 80s. For some reason I seem to think I may have seen it back in the late 70s. I may be wrong. But I've lusted after this one for a long time. Always kind of caught my attention. Come to find out, back in the day, as young folks like to say, this was pretty much the gun to beat. The Varrock 77, HW77, on it being the legendary one, because everything that everyone was doing to the 77, Varrock wound up incorporating into the 97. This thing here, you don't see of that much as far as in videos. I haven't seen anyone using them for hunting videos yet, so I'll have to change that once I get done with my technical difficulties. Probably about the time y'all see this video, I'll have all it worked out. But this is a 22 RWS Model 48, and it's a side lever. Okay. Cocks thusly, opening up the breech. Grab your pellet. In this case, I'm using RWS Super Domes. They're a 14.2 grain round. This has an anti-bear trap. What that is, for those who aren't familiar with it, back when they first developed side levers in a lot of air rifles, guys were sticking their thumbs in like that or like this, and things would happen, accidents would happen. The action would shoot forward, whatever holds the spring back may fail, and was taking off thumbs. So RWS has an anti-bear trap right there. This keeps it, no matter what, that cannot go forward until you press that down, and it slides forward. It's got an automatic safety on the back. Automatic safety works right nicely. I've had some guys complain to me about the trigger, saying that the T06 trigger, which is the current revision of trigger that RWS is using, it's too light. It'll go off if a squirrel farts. Well, I grew up with rifles and handguns in my family, where we wanted that really nice, very light, crisp trigger, because it improved accuracy, and it does with this. This rifle shoots. I'm loaded, I gotta shoot. This thing shoots really nicely. I'm very pleased with it. Good two-stage adjustable trigger on it. It's pumping out. On paper, they're saying it's 900 foot per second. The RWS was 800 foot. Sorry, the hot sign was 800 foot per second. So I'm thinking RWS, like many other companies, they test their rounds out as far as feet per second, probably with alloys. So I would say this is most likely an 800 foot per second with the typical 14 grain rounds. And I'm using a Super Dome, so it might be shooting a little bit less than that. But it is more than enough for rabbit and squirrel. It does the job nicely. It's a tack driver. It's a fixed barrel. You notice it's a side lever instead of a barrel brake like the hot sign. I mounted these. Went out and shot it yesterday with the open sights, and the open sights, a little adjustment on them, and I was grouping like that at 25 yards while sitting down. Not even as comfortably as I am here. Mounted the scope on it late last night. Went and sighted in this morning, and it does pretty good. It's hitting about where I want it to hit. So pretty soon we'll be doing hunting videos with this, and you'll start to see some squirrel and pigeon and some of the other typical critters that I partake in with this rifle. And we'll continue the adventure in air gunning with the Model 48, if that's okay with y'all. And we'll see what kind of food it can put on the table. Okay. Anyways, once again, this is Keith Stamball with the School of Woodlore and Common Sense. Oh, and by the way, I'm in Georgia now. And since the last time you seen me, I was in Belarus. I'm not in Eastern European Georgia. I'm back home in the States, good old Georgia, in the good old Confederacy, that Georgia. So anyways, y'all have fun, keep your top notch dry, keep your powder dry, watch your top notch, right? And be thankful for your family, love your family. We'll take care of y'all later, all right? Take care, bye-bye.